So, hello all, my name is Rishabh. I would like to welcome you all to this beginner friendly course on Python programming. So, my name is Rishabh, and throughout this course, I'll help you learn Python from the very beginning. You don't need any prior programming language, and you don't need anything to know like you even if you haven't written a single line of code before. This course is designed for you. It's completely beginner friendly, as I have mentioned that it's a beginner's guide. So, what you will be able to do by the end of this course, you will understand the fundamental of Python programs, and you will be able to write your own programs with confidence. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. So, before starting or jumping straight to the programming language, I would like to tell you about myself. So, my name is Rishabh Kumar, and I'm currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering. I'm a passionate developer, and yeah, Python is one of the language which I use, and I have also used it for problem solving. I have completed a HackerRank Python Basics certification from HackerRank, of course, and the Infosys Springboard course on programming fundamental using Python 2. So I have also solved like more than 150 Python programming problems on platform like LeetCode, HackerEarth, HackerRank. And like why I have created this course. So the goal is that I want to like impart my knowledge in the simplest possible way so that anyone can learn it. Okay, so I have told you about myself. Let's know what you will be learning in this. So let's take a quick look at it. Here you can see numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 9. So simple program and exercises. See, the ninth point is that you will be doing simple program and exercise. I'll try my best to include multiple exercises with every each topic so that you will become more and more proficient in it. And I'll also try to bring some problem good problem solving questions which will improve your thinking ability. So let me explain to you what this is trying to tell. So we will begin by understanding what Python is and why it's so popular. Like having a good understanding of why we are learning it, what's the use of it, what is the future scope of it. Having a clear and clean understanding will make you a lot more confident about the language, and with confidence you can do a lot in it. So yeah. What's the futures? What's the plan which we'll be following? We will learn about variables, data types, operators, and conditional statements, loops, functions, strings, lists, dictionaries, tuple, sets, etc. Many things we'll be learning in this. Learn everything from scratch, from very zero to the necessity, and I'll also teach you how you can use documentation, the original docs of the language, which will help you become help you search whatever solution you are trying to look at. So with each topic, like every topic is like a building block for the another one. So we need that. I would personally recommend, or I'll highly recommend you all to follow the lectures in a sequential way, so that it will give you more benefit. And let's move forward. Now you must be thinking like, if I have any suggestion, any feedback, or any question, how I'll connect to you. So if you want to connect to me, you can connect to me through either LinkedIn or GitHub, Instagram, or email. These I have hyperlinked these icons. You if within the PDFs, I'll make these PDF public so that you can access the PDF or the notes. These are completely designed by me, so I'll tell you what is what, and yeah. I'll be really happy to help you whenever it's possible because I'm also a student, so I need time. And yeah, that's it. So let's begin our Python journey. So getting started with Python. Okay, so you can see two terms. The first is what is program, and the second is what is a programming language. To answer what is the programming language, we need to understand what is a program and what is Python. Python is a programming language. And what is a programming language? A language which allow us to write programs. So to understand what is a programming language and what is Python, we need to understand what is a program. As you can see, the definition suggests a program is an ordered set of instructions given to a computer to perform a specific task. So, what does it mean? It means that a program is simply a set of instructions given to a computer to perform any task or a particular task. Let's say if I tell my machine to do 1 plus 2, so it will give me 3. So the instruction that set of instruction I give to my system is a program. It is also a program. So think it like how do we make a tea? A cup of tea. If you want to make a cup of tea, you follow a sequence, right? You boil you boil milk, you add tea leaves, you add sugar, you boil it, you stir it, then you serve it, right? So if you change the order, the result might change, right? So a computer works in the exact same way. It follows instructions one by one. The only difference is that computer don't understand English. It need machine language. It the assembly language or the zeros and ones, the binary. They understand instructions written in a programming language. So that brings us to the next question. What is a programming language? A programming language is simply the language we use to communicate with the computers. Python is one such programming language. So, isn't it interesting to answer one question? To answer one question, we need to answer two more questions moving forward. Okay, this is a very interesting fact. You might be wondering why it's Python. Why not something else like C is computer programming, C++ is something, JavaScript, Java, and many more. Ruby on Rails, and Rust. There are multiple programming languages, and every language has a unique name. So, is Python named upon a snake? No, it's not. Python was named after a British comedy show, Monty's Python's Flying Circus. You can have a look on the poster of the show on the very right, and the person you are seeing right here is none other than Sir Guido and Rossum, the person who is considered to be the creator of the language or the person who laid the foundation for the programming language Python. He chose this name because it was a rebellious name against the pretentious try naming culture which was being followed back in the old days. He had certain conditions that it should be short, unique, slightly mysterious name for his new language. So this is one of his favorite shows. He he named the language after the word Python, and yeah, that's it. So let's dive deeper that that what is Python? The page asks us that what is Python. So now that we know what a programming language is, what exactly is Python? Python is a high-level general purpose programming language. So as the name suggests, high level is something okay, let me break it for you that a high level language is nothing but a language which is more closer to human, which can be understood by a human and needs a compiler to be executed and to express what needs to be performed to the computer. So a high level language is more closer to the human side, and low level language is something which a language which is more closer to the hardware, to the machine. Example of low level language is assembly. Like assembly is a low level language. Python, C, Java, the all of these are high level languages. So many other facts are like it was created by Sir Guido von Rossum, and it was officially released in year 1991. One of the biggest reasons for Python's popularity is its philosophy. Here you can see the Zen of Python, which includes aphorisms such as beautiful is better than ugly, explicit is better than implicit, simple is better than complex, complex is better than complicated, readability counts. And if you want to read this, you can just click on this link, or you can just go to this link and you'll be redirected to this page. You can have a look on this, and there's an Easter egg which I'll be showcasing you all, that if you open the editor, ideally, and you type import this, you will be the interpreter will basically throw this whole zen of Python. It is written by Sir Tim Peters, and I'll also demonstrate this to you. So I'll first demonstrate this on the okay, wait, instead of doing this, I'll demonstrate you this on CMD first. Like if I'll this is my command prompt. I have instructed it to open the Python interpreter. So if I'll write import this, the Zen is here. You can see beautiful is better than ugly, explicit is better than implicit, simple is better than complex, and a lot more. If I want to exit this, how I'll be doing this? I'll just calling this function exit, and voila, I'm back to my command prompt. And I will be closing this, and yeah, you can do the same here also. Just write import this, and you can do this the same thing here also, import this, and here you can have a look, same thing. I won't be exiting this, I'll use this to showcase you all. Okay, I forgot to show you this here, same thing, output.txt. This is a setup like whenever you want to practice something, like let's say whenever you want to practice certain questions with DSA questions with certain logic, like there are certain test cases which needs to be passed. So to have a look and understand what is going on, we need this. It's one of the good looking way. I will also help you set up this. You need to add a folder in the working directory with the name .vs code, and you need to add thing called task.json. I'll give you this code. You can just paste it there, and with Control Shift B, within the solution.py, you need to write whatever you want to write. Like, let me show you. Let's n is equals to input will be doing, and if we want to print the square n into n, if I'll write 4 and I'll do Control Shift B, oh yes, so I forgot to do the typecasting, my bad. Here you can see 4 and 16. If I don't want this thing, that and new line, I can just do this, and here it is. Also, you can, like, VS Code is very useful, so you can use it here also. You can just type Python. First, you need to verify either you have Python on your system or not. Currently, I'm using Python version 3.13, and yeah, so as you can see, it's working. Of course, it's here. You can either use the native Python REPL. If I'll do import this and I'll enter, the same thing will happen. It's very, so here the REPL mode, which is like something recursive execution. I forgot the actual name of for this, but yeah, it's the same thing. And you can also do this from here. Like if you want to execute this, you can just do this and then Python in a dedicated terminal. It will go to the terminal and voila, you don't need to worry about all those things. So we are done with this. Okay, let me switch back to the presentation so that less distraction. So these are certain coding principles which you can follow to write better code as per the Python guidelines. It's not necessary that you must stick to it, but yeah, it's good to have a look on it. Now, as I told you, I'll be telling you why you should learn Python. Why not any other language? Can you see this? Python, just simple hello world. This is C programming language code. Includes standard input output header, then int main function you need to call. Within it, you need to write printf hello world and return zero. It's not necessary to write return zero, but yeah, it's a good habit to do it. It tells the system that okay, main file has ended. Also, the include I will stream it's in the C++. Then system.out println hello world public static void main. This is the Java code. So can you see the difference? This is Python is so simple. It's so easy to learn. If you are a beginner, it's one of the best languages to start with. So it's quite easy to learn. Like the pseudocode, which you will be thinking that let's implement this. Python is almost similar to it. And honestly, once you start writing the Python code, you will see exactly like why these principles matter. Like as I showed you this, you will understand the crux. Like wow, it's so all those Zen which has been written here, all the principles, these are actually embedded in the Python soul. So let's move forward. Here you can have a look on the release years. Like it was the first very version, the official version was released in year 1994, that too in January. The second version was released in year 2000, that too in October. Here you can have the highlights also. Have a look on the highlights. The in the first version it was the official release as I told you. In the second version they add garbage collection list comprehensions, and list is a data type, you don't need to worry about it. I'll be teaching you about list, what are list, what are the functions which you can use on list, what are the operations which can be done on list. And I'll also tell you to make your own classes, your own objects, how you can make two different objects interact with the inbuilt operators like plus, minus, multiply, and whatnot. Here you can see the Python 3.0. It was released in year 2008. It was a major redesign, not backward compatible. Now, what does it mean, not backward compatible? So, if you have a code written in Python 3.0, so you, a person with having a version of Python 1.0 or Python 2.0 might not be able to run the program without doing the alterations required. So, yeah, as you have seen that I am using 3.13. It's one of the stablest version available right now, a current stable version. And this is the latest stable version. This is Python 3.14. I think we are on Python 3.16. If you'll Google it, Python on python.org, the current version which is available is 3.14. My bad. It's 3.14, which you can download 3.14.6. It was released on 10th of June 2026. And let's move forward. So let's have a look on features of Python. As I told you, it's a high level programming language. So by high level, it's easy for human to read and write, does not require writing machine code. Machine code, I told you, binary or assembly language. And then yes, one of the beautiful point to be the beautiful feature of Python to have is that it's free and open source. Anyone can download it, use it. You can modify Python without paying. And I'll also teach you how to make your own modules, how to make your own libraries and functions if the time allows. And yes, Python is not compiler based, it's interpreter based. So that means that the program isn't taken as a whole. The interpreter executes the code line by line, like the first line, the second line, the third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line, like so. So that's why whenever you try to compile a code, you will know exactly where you did something wrong. So Python knows where you did wrong. For a language like C, it won't tell you exactly where you went wrong. And in Java, they give you a bunch of traces. You need to figure out things on your own. Okay, moving forward, it's easy to learn and read. As I told you, it has simple syntax. The first point, it's a clear structure making program easy to understand. So, what do you mean by clear structure? So, Python don't use curly braces to define a coding block. It uses indentation. We will be seeing it whenever we'll be practicing questions of if, else, the conditional statement, looping statements, and many things we'll be doing. So the coding blocks are defined with the help of indentation. So with the help of indentation, the code becomes more beautiful and quite easy to read. Now, okay, yes, case sensitivity. Case sensitivity is that every letter, uppercase and lowercase, are treated differently. So here you can see number 10 and number 20. These are two different variables. I'll also showcase you that how they are different. I'll show you this. Here you can see if I created a number 10 and another number 20. So number gives me 10, number gives me 20. If I try to call the ID, it gives us like where the number is being stored. You can have a look. Here you can see the ID 14073465197640. And if I create another number, but with a capital R is equals to 10, you see the magic, the ID. But okay, let's uh, check it for the caps one, the one which has stored 20. Here it's showing a 60 at bottom, like 960. If I try to recover the ID of the number 20, what you will be finding out? The same ID. Why? Because Python, the interpreter, it caches the numbers from, it has its own certain range, so that every single assignment of a number doesn't occupy a memory space. So this is one of the feature which you have just seen, and Python is way more beautiful than this. They have taken care of multiple things, which you will be seeing uh, in the future as we'll be moving forward to the course with the course. So going forward, you can see that it's portable and platform independent. What does it mean? So you can use it on Mac OS, Linux. As I'm currently using a Windows system, it's also perfectly fine to be worked with it with little or no change, because we need to set up environments. If some environment is not set up properly, there might be a situation that a program is not functioning as it should. And okay, let's move forward. Here you can see rich standard libraries. What does it mean? So Python has great access to open source library culture that you can import pip install library name, and you can use the built-in modules and other things. You can, after installing it, you can do import and use it in the program. Moving forward, use for web development. It's one of the use cases. Currently, it's the generation of AI, data science, and many more things. So Python is being used for that too. There are multiple libraries like pandas, plotlib, and many more things which can be used for data processing and all. So Python is a general purpose language as we discussed earlier. Now, uses of indentation, as I told you in the previous slide, that it's uh, easy to learn and read. It uses indentation to define coding blocks instead of braces, as I told you. And yeah, let's, as we have discussed most of the important basic things, I think we can now finally set up our computers, our systems to run Python. You can either move to the official site and download the version. Like on official site, there will be a nav bar where you can navigate to downloads. On downloads, there will be a section of uh, there will be a section that will be popping you that this version is compatible. This is the latest. You can download it, or you can either go to downloads from here. You can download the version which you like, whichever you want to. So whenever you go to this page, you will see something like this. You need to click on latest Python install manager, and after doing so, you can I'll personally prefer you to do this like the stable release, because it's quite easy to operate. You can download the install manager, then whenever you will run the manager, it will pop up a screen like this. You need to install it. It depends on you if you want to install it the way you like. I'll personally suggest you to check mark this thing, add python.exe to path, so that you can use directly Python directly from command prompt, as I do. After, it will take a bit time for you to for the program to get installed in it, and after successful installation, you will see a screen like this, which is disable path length limit. Some of you might be seeing this, some of you may not, and it's quite normal. You can just click close and move forward. To verify whether it's being installed on your system, you can go to command prompt. I'll demonstrate you. As I have already demonstrated you this, that, but not the version. I think version 1. Let me demonstrate this real quick. Display command prompt will be opening. So if you will do this here, if you have installed it correctly, you would be able to see the version of the Python which is operating in your system. So okay, here you can see Python version. Here you can see I'm using Python 3.1, 3.5, as it's one of the stable version available to us. Moving back to the PPT. Mm, okay, yes, this is for the people who are not having a Windows operating system. They are using something else like Linux or Mac OS. You guys can refer to this Geeks for Geeks installation guide. Yeah, it's similar to it's quite, say, like, you can follow it and you can install the Python in your system and you can set up the environment. It's very easy, or you can either watch a tutorial if you want. I would Also suggest you some tutorials which is quite easy to understand, and you can follow them to install the system. After successful installation, you can cross verify it using the Python dash dash version. And then, okay, let's do some practical then. You need to, how, after installing it, you will be seeing an app installed to your system, which is an IDLE. It's a by default editor which will be available to you. And I'll show you this. If you will do this, if you'll search ideally in your search manager, you can see this idle Python 3 point whatever version you have installed. So, so here you can see I'm currently using this. If I'll click on it, it will open the editor. It's the interpreter. It's interactive mode. Also, it's also known as interactive mode. So we'll be writing our very first program. So first program, print hello world. So this is a syntax. If you want to display something on your screen, you need to do this. If I'll do this, hello world, this will do this. You know what's the difference? The quotations here, it's a string, but here it's being displayed. So that's one thing. Going forward to the presentation, here you can see execution mode. As I talked about the interactive mode, uh, you might have seen this on my system also. So that uh, this setup, that input output and the solution.py, so this is the script mode that you write the whole page of code and then you compile it or run it, execute it, and you can reuse and modify it whenever you want to. Interactive mode is when you write one like code line by line. So this both things. So let's move to my VS Code. Okay. So print hello world, print my name is Rishabh. Hold on. Full stop. This is the thing, the backs, the slashes you can see. This allow you to write a string in different lines, but it will behave as a single line. If I'll run this, you can see hello world. My name is the tabs. The tab is this. Here you can see it's working very good. Ooh. The thing which I showed you just now, it's the script mode, and this thing, this is interactive mode. So you write the whole code one by one. Print my name is, and yeah, 1 plus 2 gives us 3. Print 3 plus 7. What do you think? What will be the output? 10? No, it will give us exactly 3 plus 7 because it's a string. This is the data type. You can use type 3 and it's a class of integer. If you will do this for type 3, it's a string. These are different data types which we will be using in the future. So yeah, so certain differences in execution modes of either it's interactive mode or script mode. So in interactive mode, It executes one statement at a time, and it gives you instant results. It cannot save the code, but it's best for testing and learning. The code must be retyped each time. In script mode, it executes the entire program at once and runs after the program is saved. Code is saved in a .py extension file. It's best for complete programs, and code can be reused and modified. So both of them have different requirements. So here's a task time. We haven't learned much yet, but we do know that how to use the print function. So let's use print. We need to display save earth and preserve future on screens using the print function. I'll show you two ways to do it. Okay, wait. I need to. So my base code was visible, my presentation wasn't. So here's the difference if you haven't seen it yet. So here's the execution mode. Interactive and script mode. Execute one statement at a time. Instant results. Cannot save code. Best for testing and learning. Code must be retyped each time. Executes the entire program. Runs after the program is saved. Code is saved in a .py file. Best for complete program. Code can be reused and modified. So here's a task which we need to do. So let's do it. OBS. Okay. So to do this, I'll just open the editor. And it's already open, so why not use this print? Need what we need. Save Earth preserve future. Save Earth preserve future, the same output which we want. And what are we seeing right now? We can also like save Earth preserve future. You can see this. I think I should showcase it in like Python tutoring solution. Yes. So if I open this, you can see this is the editor which the default editor ideally which you can use to edit the code and run it using the script mode. So yes, I think I'll close it for now. Whatever change both of these are same file, so whatever change I'll be doing it, you can see it here. So if I'll run this, you can see a new line is here. We have successfully done our first task, which was to print and display this on our screens. So here's the actual topic. We are finally getting started with the actual Python. So let me switch to the presentation so that we can have a better understanding what character sets are. So here you can see there are multiple things written in gray, which is letter, digits, special symbols, white spaces, and other characters. The diagram also suggests the same things, and the text here too. So what are character sets? So character sets are a set of valid character that a language can understand or it can recognize. Some we as a human too. For us, a character set is something which we can understand. I can see it's A, it's Z, it's C, it's A, it's N, it's R. All of these are alphabets which I do recognize because it's a language which I can understand. Similarly, for the system, there are certain character sets which the system needs to know what they are representing. Uh, every character set have its own ASCII code, a Unicode a set, which makes the compiler or the interpreter to know that what it needs to show on the screen. So the letters which are from either capital E to Z or small e to Z, or the digits from 0 to 9, or the special symbols, either it's addition symbol, subtraction symbol, or the asterisk, backslash, ampersand, equal, greater than, less than, parenthesis, square bracket, curly braces, colon, semicolon, and many more. Then yeah, white space characters, space, tab, new line, carriage return, form feed. These are the white space characters which are being used. There's backslash t is also there, just for tab. Then Unicode characters, which is all the set of ASCII and Unicode characters which are supported by the Python. It enables you to use text in multiple languages. You can also showcase Hindi, Sanskrit, whatever you want to showcase on the screen. It's not limited just to English. Moving forward, so the tokens in Python. A token is nothing but a lexical unit. Lexical unit, as the name suggests, something which is like the simplest form. So, as the definition suggests, a token is in a passage of text, individual words and punctuation marks are called tokens or lexical units or lexical elements. The smallest individual unit in a program is known as token or a lexical unit. So in Python, we basically have five tokens. First is keywords. Here you can have a look. If, else, in, for, while, and, or, true, false, etc. Then the identifiers, I'll be telling you about what are keywords, what are identifiers, what are literals, then operators, punctuators. I'll be telling you everything within the upcoming lectures. So these are the five tokens which are available in Python. So let's start with keywords today. And do you see this? False, none, true, and, as, assert, async, await. All of these are keywords, and if you want to see how many keywords you have in your system, you can just do import keyword, then print keyword.kw list. It's one of the way to get a list of all the keywords uh, on your system, right, if you want to see them. So let's understand what keywords actually are. Keywords are special reserved words that are part of the language itself. They define the rules and structure of Python program, which means you cannot use them as name for your variables, functions, classes, or any other identifiers. Now, this is the text or the theory written. But what does it mean? Keywords are nothing but certain special words which have their own meaning written. So they have its own meaning. False, you can't use false as a variable in your program. Neither you can use none, true, and all these 35 written keywords. They all have their own meaning, their own function. They exist to do something in the program. It's embedded by the system. What they should perform, and even if you try to do it, you will end up having a syntactical error in your program. Moving forward, we can. So here you can see the conditional keywords, loop keywords, boolean keywords, logical keywords, function keywords, except keywords, import keywords, class keywords, variable keywords, context keywords, and the last async keywords. It's not quite important because it's not really necessary. We also have certain soft keywords which are not actually keywords, but they do act like keywords. If we will be having ample amount of time left, then I'll be telling you about it. But I think these keywords itself is sufficient to take the time left for today. So here you can see the conditional keywords. In this category, I have put three things, which is if, elif, else. These three keywords, here you can see the use case written. So the if keyword is used whenever you whenever you want any like condition to be executed when it's true, you need to use if there are many conditions which you need, like if if it's not a, it could be b. So if you have certain situation like this, and if you want to implement this in your program, you can use elif. And whenever you're not sure what it could be, if it's not this, it must be this. In that condition, you can use else keyword. Else keyword executes when none of the previous condition are true. And here's a sample code written in front of you, which is marks is equal to 75. If marks is greater than equal to 90, then colon, then with an indentation print grade A, then else if marks greater than equal to 60, colon print grade B, else print grade C. Here you can see, if we will run this program, the marks 75 comes in the bracket of marks greater than equal to 90 and not greater than equal to 90 but less than 90 and greater than equal to 60. So if we will run this program, the expected output is grade B. So we will also execute this. Okay, here's, here's my Visual Studio code. Here you can see it's because I have copy pasted the code from the presentation. That's why it's showing this indentation error. It's quite normal. Okay, here we go. If I will run this code, you will see grade B as I told you. But what will happen if we have marks as 90? It should show grade A. And voila, here you go. If we have, see here we have condition above 90, above 60, and else. What if it's 0? It falls in which condition? In the else condition, grade C. And if we have anything, either 56, 50, anything you type, it will be till it's below 60, it will be grade C. Likewise, the program will execute whenever the condition meets. So we have answered our first question, which was what grade will be printed if marks is equal to 95? I hope you can answer it on your own now. That yes, it's grade A. It's above 90 and if condition will be, if block will execute itself and voila. And this is a syntax which you should remember. If's condition colon then the coding block of if. So moving forward to the loop keywords. So what are loop keywords? Loop keywords help execute a block of code repeatedly until a condition changes or the loop is stopped. So, like here you can see, I have added for, while, break, continue, and pass. So, the use of for is it repeats over sequence. So, for something in range something. So, you need, whenever you want to execute a for loop, you need to understand that you should know till when the loop is going to, from where to when it should work. In while we repeats while a condition is true. So in while loop we should know that when the when the program or till when the loop is needed, like a condition we should know. We can use break keyword to stop the loop, continue keyword to skip a to skip any iteration, and pass is it's literally it does nothing. It's just a placeholder. It's used as a placeholder whenever, like, let's say you are writing something, if this and else you haven't figured out what else, you can just put else pass, so that you know that okay, if at least if is working, it can be used to test your blocks. Now here you can see the sample code for I in range 5. Print I index is equal to 0 while index is less than 5. Print I and I plus is equals to 1. If we will run this program, what will happen? For the very first thing, which is for I in range 5, the range 5 will give us an iterable from 0 to 4. There will be 5 values: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the for loop will execute itself 5 times. So on your output terminal, you will be seeing 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And every digit you will be seeing on different line. And here you can see we have initialized a variable index with value 0 while index is less than 5. So yes, the condition is true. While true, print I and okay. So here you can see here we have did a syntactical error. So it should be index instead of I, because we need to append. It's not a global variable, right? So it will throw an error if we'll be uh, running this, but okay, luckily we have figured it out and we have corrected this. So this will also do the job similar to the for loop we have written above, which was which was of printing from 0 to 5. Not 0 to 5, but from 0 to 4. Now, how many times will the loop execute? Here you can see the first loop 5 times, the another loop 5 times. So 5 plus 5, 10, total 10 times. So we are done with our loop keywords. So Boolean keywords. Moving forward, what are Boolean keywords? So it's basically the truth values, which is true, false, and none. Either it holds something or it holds nothing. If it holds nothing, it's none. If it holds something, it will be true or false. So basically, three situations can be possible. So for the here you can see the true represents the truth, the false represents the falsehood, and the none represents no value. So if you have written here you can see the sample code case that it's logged in is equals to true if is logged in, print welcome, else print no login. If you will replace this is logged in with true directly, if true print welcome. So the if as we have already covered the conditional keywords, so this if block will work. So it the thing which will be displayed to you will be welcome. Now the question here is what will be printed if it is logged in false. If it's false, if false, it won't execute. If false, we will skip this block. We will skip this block and we will move forward to else block, which is print no login. So it will print no login when we will be having this situation. So let's move forward, which is function keywords. Function keywords, these are the keywords which we'll be using whenever you will be defining functions. And so def is the keyword which is used to define a function, the actual function. The lambda is a keyword which is used when you create an anonymous function. Whenever you want to create a function without typing all those many lines, just you want there's a value, you need to return something. Whenever you want to do it, we use anonymous function which is lambda. And whenever you are writing a def function, you need to return a value. So whenever you will be returning a value, you will use return keyword. Uh, Here you can see a example use case, which is we have defined a function called square. Here we have a placeholder x, not a placeholder. We call it. I actually forgot the term. It's we pass parameters to the function, and this is okay. I'll tell you in the upcoming lecture what we call it, or you can search it on your own and let me know that what it is. So here we have defined a function called square, and we are returning the square of it. There's a function called cube, and it's here's a variable which is made a function using the lambda keyword, which is returning x exponential 3, which is x cube basically. So whenever you'll like, so here's the question is what will square 5 return and cube 2. So whenever you'll do square 5 logically as per this, it will return 5, 5 into 5, which will give you 25. It will return 25, whereas cube, here you are not seeing the parenthesis. Here there's no parenthesis. How we are passing a parameter? Okay, yes, these are called parameters, and these are the thing which is passed in are arguments. So here the after writing lambda, the x here is the parameter, and the 2 which is passed is the argument. So now 2 to the power 3 will be returned to this cube 2. So whenever you will print the value of cube 2, it will be 8. Moving forward to the except keywords. So so here you can see try, except, finally, and raise. These are the keywords which are used whenever we'll be learning the exception handling. So exception keywords help you handle the errors without crashing the program. So I'll demonstrate you what are some errors you might see. So here we go. Okay. Now x is equals to 10. Can we do 10 is equals to x? No, it's a syntactical error. That's one of the error. Then we haven't described name. What if I try to print name? See, a name error. Then len name. See, name error. Then def apple. Syntactical error. So all these things we can handle without crashing the program very abruptly. We can handle it beautifully using this exception handling. So we'll be learning that too in the upcoming lectures. So here you can see there's a try block, except block, and finally block. But before seeing this, we need to understand, or we need to have a look on the keywords and the use cases. Here you can see there is try block, the try which is used to run the test code, or it is used to test the code, and here the except keyword is used to handle the errors. Finally is used to always execute, like it's always get executed. The code written in the finally block is always executed. So with this logic here, I haven't showed an example of raise, but don't worry. In the upcoming lectures of exception handling, I'll be teaching you about raise also, how we will be using raise. And so yeah, here you can see try, except, finally. So we have written print 10 upon 0. So if we'll be doing 10 by 0, it will throw an error of division by 0. So let me demonstrate this to you real quick. If I'll do 10 by 0, see there's an error called 0 division error. So except x, okay, let's not dive into it. I'll teach you about it in the upcoming lecture. We are not left with very much time. It's already an hour long lecture, and we need to cover more things: import keyword, class keyword, and the variable keyword, then the context keywords and async keywords. So, okay, I won't be stretching the lecture without I won't be stretching the lecture much. I think we should call it a day. We'll be continuing from, or we will start French from the keywords itself so that we have a better understanding. That's it from my side for today.